Now not quite as strong, but still a very solid pick. Baron being hovered here for Ace. Again, have to remind you guys, it is 4.0, so those Baron buffs that came through in 4.1 will not be in play. Or sorry, Baron nerfs.
I was
Baron
like,
nerfs.
well, you take away 10% of the weapon damage as a buff. Ibbity. Yeah, well, it's making sense here. So, yeah, Baron taken on over for side Ace. I do like having the Baron with the Scarf, and this is, once again, multiple high damage sources. You're going to have to pick your poison, and Glaive comes through. Love to see it.
So, Team Ace is basically looking to pick a target and assassinate them. And just I predict that they're going to just likely going to be Old School or Chuck, and they're basically just going to pick them and say, you are just not going to be relevant in this game the entire time. Because if a Glaive, Lance, Grumpjaw, all three of those are all about just isolating a single target when possible, and then you have the Scarf damage coming through on the backside of that, like this could be a very difficult game for one of these members of Tribe.
Yeah, it definitely could. Let us not forget, though, you know, when playing Grumpjaw, there is always the opportunity to kind of troll yourself and your team by eating up the wrong target at the wrong time. Now, granted, these are some of the best players in the world. I wouldn't expect that to necessarily happen, but it's just something we have to be aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. Who Grumpjaw eats, who Glaive afterburns. You know, sometimes you can accidentally mistap a target when everyone's clumped up together.
Yeah.
You can hit the wrong target, knock the wrong person towards your team, or knock the wrong person away from your team. We've seen Glaive save targets plenty of times in the past, but we will see as we are into game number 2. Tribe Gaming with the 1-0 lead in the grand finals of WESG.
And just for everybody watching, Bacon, this is a best of 3, correct?
As far as I'm aware.
We don't have a lot of information over here, boys. I'm just going to keep it real with you. So if this is picked up by Tribe and I lose my mind and get trolled out here, you know why.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're going to just get, basically, it doesn't matter who wins this one. We're going to get just as hyped as if they just won the whole thing. Unless Ace wins it, because we know that they didn't win the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, we can.
just gonna quickly contradict myself.
We're gonna do a best of 2, and whoever wins the second
series.
game is just the world champion. Lock it in. All
yeah,
right.
one game to warm up, then it's for real, boys.
You know what's for real? Chuck walking around with his broomstick here. Chuck going to be on the Celeste this game. Sean is going to be over on the Scarf. So just kind of that switcheroo here in the mid lane. Of course, this is going to look the same from your perspective, just being Tribe on the B side this time.
Yeah, right now a pretty deep invade coming through from Ace, trying to get into this the gold treant as well. They're going to steal that one away. That's a good chunk of gold getting taken out this early in the game. Can be actually something that if you can ride that and just continuously make those steals happen, you can actually build a pretty significant lead just from those.
Yeah, you really can. And this is part of what the strength is in Team Ace's draft, and they do need to apply a lot of pressure on the map early on because they have that beef, the Glaive, the Lance, the Grumpjaw. You can't really face up against those heroes early on. Darklon forced out. That's his boost to get himself into a defensive position. Now the jump forward by Hammy doesn't connect with the Rocket Leap. Sun Fang over here onto Shauna trying to force them back. Looks like Tribe won't be cleaning up any kills, but does force Ace back there a little bit.
Yeah, and T-Tigers does steal that red buff away as well, so they got what they went into the jungle for. They didn't get quite as much as Ace was able to steal away from their jungle, but it's still, you know, as long as you can make sure you even out those buffs early on, you're not really going to be too heavily concerned about it.
Not too heavily concerned. 2.5 minutes in. Net worth pretty much even over here. Oh, uh-oh! There's blood on the map, boys!
That is a couple of kills going one each way. It's going to be Sweetbox dropping on the Grumpjaw, and then, of course, Old School taking the death for the side of Tribe. That's not what you want to see if you're Tribe. Yeah,
I'd like to see, though, Old School, though, he's not going to have his boots on cooldown. On the other side, Sweetbox's will be.
Yeah, definitely. I wish we could have seen what the situation there was. It looked like it was just a heavy gank coming through from Ace, and were able to find themselves that kill, but getting it answered was not part of the plan there. So we'll see. Tribe, obviously Old School, he's going to want to just kind of stay on this alone up in that lane as long as possible. Just focus on the CS, get himself a few items. This weapon Adagio, according to what I've heard from the players, is just pretty much for Tribe, it was their most contested pick. This was the pick they wanted the most out of this one. So I really like what they did in the draft, basically offering up multiple options to Team Ace and saying, here you go. You can take the Grump Jaw, but we're going to get our number one priority.
Yeah, that's definitely always a strategy, especially, when somebody is so thirsty for one of these picks like the Grump Jaw. Now, 4 minutes in, we're tied up 1-1 overall kill score, guys. Tribe Gaming, if you're just joining us, up 1-0 in this series. And, it was a quiet game for Tribe in Game 1. They definitely turned it around. I would say even past the mid-game. It was full late game for Team Tribe
absolutely.
Gaming.
It wasn't until about the 20-minute mark or so that Tribe really started to turn things around in game number 1. Obviously, they would like to have a stronger early start, but if you're building a late game composition, if you're building a team that's focused on the late game team fights, you're okay with waiting a little bit.
Well, as a play-by-play caster, I'm not really okay with waiting at all. I just wanted to see them throw blows, but of course they're going to be playing their hearts out. But really, this is some of the best Vainglory they've played in their lives, and it has to all come together. I think the thing about live competition that I love is you never know who's going to have that day.
Yep.
Right? There's always that moment, and sometimes players just play lights out. Now, Afterburn
nice block by Gabe Vizzle, preventing the Afterburn from coming through. It's just going to deny that entire gank. And boots were also used by Tasa to get into position, so that's not going to be available for him. Never mind, he just bought upgraded boots, and now he's going to have that available all the time.
I love that. I actually just love that. How do you feel about it?
Rushing the journey boots,
yeah.
Especially on someone like Glaive, who positioning is so important on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great pickup. Be able to go into a lane, use those boots, get yourself in the position you want, and then you have them available just 12 seconds later for another gank in another lane. Definitely, I think, a great call here early on.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the jump forward. Old School is going to be ripped apart here from the dynamic duo of Sweetbox and Tasa. I'd have to say he did not see that coming.
Yeah, not at all. Nothing that Old School could do there was just deleted by these two, and not going to be getting a return kill for the side of Tribe this time around. Meanwhile, Hammy in this bottom lane getting punished pretty heavily by Creation. He's going to drop down awfully low. Does not have the potion available, so he's going to have to recall back to base.
Yeah, that's such a big deal, just having Flask on cooldown. Creation's also going to be on cooldown when Hammy does make it back to lane, but also just an opportunity for Creation to drop into the jungle here, get a little bit more free CS for himself.
Yeah, get some extra gold, get himself the little barrier buff for a little bit, and see if he can make a play happen elsewhere. Tries to drop an ultimate on top lane. It's not even needed as they've already got the kill onto Old School. Old School is just getting punished, and this is exactly what we were talking about in the draft. They have just Old School's the target. Grumpjaw, Glaive, Lance just make his life miserable.
Stuff's going to be on cooldown. Sweetbox missed that one. Tiger is doing everything he can to defend this turret over here from the pressure out of Team Ace. And as you said, Old School, the target, everybody knows you want to take him down. And the Adagio just plays so heavy into his offense that it does leave him vulnerable. And it's, I think, just really smart prioritization out of Ace to make that their focus.
Yeah, right now it's going to be Old School and T-Tigers getting spotted as they try and come in onto members of Ace.
No.
Everyone else is rotating as well.
T-Tigers gets the heal, but drops on down anyway. Now Shauna with a Dragon's Breath over here, burning on to 2. It looks like Adagio able to take down the Grumpjaw. Shauna won't be able to get back as Hammy made the rotation as well. Hammy turns around with a Thunderstrike, takes 2. Rocket leaping forward once
Has
more.
boots.
Won't be going for it, though. He's had enough. His belly's full. He's satisfied.
I really wish he had gone in. He had boots available. He could have maybe tried to chase that down and gone for that last kill, but does decide to play safe, backs off, makes the trade actually in favor of Tribe Gaming. They get 3 kills to the 1 that was picked up by Ace in that skirmish. So really good stuff from Tribe, being able to collapse and make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, that was really nice there. And Chuck grabbing himself up the crystal buff here, 7 minutes, 50 seconds in.
Meanwhile, up in the top lane, it's actually T-Tigers and Old School able to find a kill onto Sweetbox. And now they're going to be able to get pressure onto this turret. So, again, Tribe just having the answers for what Ace is doing currently.
I feel like half the time I'm casting the Matrix. It's like all I see is blonde, brunette, numbers. Yeah, it's just it's interesting. But at least we get to see the nice farming patterns here in the mid lane.
There's going to be a Solar Storm getting thrown towards the bottom as you look at the health bars. Creation and Hammy are having themselves another little tussle down there. Gabe Vizzle going to be making the run on down. Never mind. Decides to come back towards the mid lane instead. So interesting use of he boots to the shop. That's what it was. Okay.
All right. Well, as things start to settle down here a little bit, I would say that this game definitely has a bit more fire early on than game one did.
T-Tigers?
T-Tigers knocked up against the wall. But it's probably, I don't know, definitely maybe the draft coming into play.
It's definitely, I think it's definitely the draft.
But also kind of the nerves. Game one in the championship, it always comes into play a little bit.
Yeah, you usually see like that first game kind of have a little bit of a feeling out period as the teams, okay, what are you bringing to the table today?
Right.
I definitely feel like this one, a lot more of this aggression is because of this draft.
It's got to be.
Glaive, Grumpjaw, Lance, like you're going to be looking for early kills with those three on your team.
Tigers,
but right now,
chasing forward, Creation dropping low. They're going to be able to get the kill here now. Glaive on the run. Tiggs is going to chase this down. They're going to be getting this. There's no way out of here, buddy. Has an afterburn ticking down. Afterburn. Yeah, that's the wrong direction. You're not going to be able to escape that way, as Tiggs will be able to clean that one up. Hammy taking an interesting rotation through the jungle. Darklawn spots him out, looks for the impale, juked out. Hammy, he's on point. Saw that one coming from a mile away.
That's one of the worst feelings as a Lance when you miss your impale and immediately a Jewel just slaps a Thunderstrike on you. It's just like, oh, you missed. Well, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, yeah, you miss. You left yourself hanging there for a second. Very easy to turn around and get that Thunderstrike down.
It's going to be a blue buff getting stolen away by Tribe, and Tribe starting to feel the momentum here. 8-4 now on the kills. This was 3-1 just a few minutes ago in favor of Ace, and Tribe have just completely turned it around. The one thing they do have to be careful of is those bounties, especially for T-Tigers and Hammy currently. Those bounties, when you get a bounty picked up, it is such a massive swing in these games. The way that the bounty system works in Vainglory, it just can completely turn the tide of a game very quickly.
Well, it's of course important to keep that in mind as you move forward here. But currently, it's going to be Ghostwing on the menu. A little bit of Dragon Meat.
That's going to be a Baron Ultimate was used, I think, in the mid lane just to clear out those minions a little bit quicker. But Ghostwing is going to be taken here by the members of Tribe Gaming. Ace knew, I'm pretty sure they had a feeling this was going on, and that's why they committed hard to pushing these lanes. You see up in the top, they're looking to get another turret up there. Meanwhile, Creation doing a good job of just keeping the minions at bay here in the bottom lane, trying to minimize the impact that Tribe can get out of this Ghostwing.
Yeah, Tribe will definitely be taking this bottom turret. Creation, I'm not even sure if he hangs around, because you basically have to wait for everybody to move out and this minion wave to fully move forward to be able to even try to clean it up.
Yeah, we've already seen what T-Tigers can do to that Baron. He has a lot of burst potential with that Shatter Glass in the inventory. Not even an Aftershock as the first item. Going for the Shatter Glass just for the pure ratio numbers. Once he gets that Shatter or the Aftershock online as well, just one T-Tigers jumps in on a target, they're going to be losing like half their health.
Master's Lesson in the mid lane here. Shauna will be able to get back. Also toss with the Afterburn, pushing T-Tigers off of his ally. Dragon's Breath is going to be used, but ineffectively, as Tribe Gaming applying pressure in the mid lane. Looks like they want this T1 turret, and they should be able to get it. Now Gabe Vissel jumps in, has the sun, knocked him on down. That's not right.
That was huge. Also, did you see what Gabe Vissel did there? To set that play up, he used the abilities on the Baron ultimate that he knew was coming down, gets the fortified health, charges up that stun.
Yeah, that stun played a huge role.
And then uses the stun. So just basically saying, okay, you're going to use this Baron ult to try and clear out the minion wave. I'm going to turn that into a kill.
Yeah, it's so hard because, you throw that out, there's no taking it back, and suddenly you just like, you know what, I've gone too far.
Mistakes were made. Black Claw getting captured by Tribe, and Tribe are in complete control of this game right now.
Yo, dude, I hate to sound like a North American fanboy. Also, I don't hate to sound like a North American fanboy at the same time, but Tribe Gaming, they are really looking like they might have this one in the books with this momentum plus the draft that they've put together. I mean, 13 minutes in, and they're playing like it's the late game.
Yeah, they are really putting a ton of pressure on now. With this Black Claw, big red button, it's going to get some good damage. Gabe Vissel tried to follow it up. Baron already going to be really low. There's some chunk on to the Scarf as well. Tribe, if they can find this fight, this could be it.
Yo, they're going to take this turret and probably back out. Hammy already porting back. You can see that Sweetbox wasn't even part of this fight, pushing down in the bottom lane. Will get that turret. Lane's going to be shoved in. Hammy's going to get all of that gold. Will the rest of Tribe move up into the top lane? Let's see if they really hang around. Yeah, they've got the damage. They're going to be getting the T2 turret. That's a close one. I think they've decided, you know what? Let's not be too greedy. We got a lot. Let's get out of here.
And if they watch the replay of this, they might be kicking themselves a little bit for that one, because when the Ace came to contest that turret, Creation and Shayna were both still below half health. That would have been a very risky defense for Team Ace to take in that situation. I think Tribe, obviously, if they had seen those health bars before backing off, they almost certainly would have committed to that instead. But obviously, not really going to be too much of a problem for them right now. They go ahead and start up this Ghost Wing once more. The second time this game, they're going to look to take this dragon down, and Team Ace is just nowhere to be found on the map.
Yeah, I mean, we have some people lurking around. Darklon over here to the west. Flare comes out, doesn't scout him out, not a problem. Ghostwing buff picked up by Tribe Gaming, and I'm just looking at Creation. Like, his items need to come together. That tension bow needs to come online, and if you don't have 2-3 items fully completed for the Baron, it feels so flat. I mean, it's crazy, like, what a difference these items will make for him as he gets into this midpoint of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we talked early game, they were focusing so hard on shutting down Old School. He's got himself 2 completed Tier 3 offensive items. He's got himself 2, 3, and 5 score lines. So he's been able to be impactful despite that hard focus on shutting down the early game.
Jump in, big red button.
Oh,
my goodness. Man. Yo, Shauna just got smoked over here by Tribe Gaming. They're not even going to kick their feet back up after they had that sweet smoke. They're into the base. They want some armory love. Hammy, he jumps forward. It looks like they want Creation. Will they be able to get him? Yeah, they do. Versa Judgment comes out. No stuns, but the damage looks like it's going to be there for Tribe Gaming. They're in the base. They're onto the Vein Crystal. They've taken 3. They don't need anybody else. Sweetbox doing everything he can. Old School's down. They're onto the Vein Crystal. It's dropping on down. Are you kidding me? 15 and a half minutes in. Tribe Gaming take Ace down 2-0.
Sweet redemption for North America and the entirety of Tribe. Look at how pumped up they are. That is an incredible performance from Tribe Gaming.
Bust the fireworks out in North America. I don't even know what time it is over there, but let them fly.
That was incredible stuff. Obviously, heartbreak for the members of Team Ace, but Tribe just dominant in that second game.
That was nuts. I mean, these guys, they were playing like I've never seen them play. I can't say like I've never seen them play before, but like I haven't seen them play in quite some time.
I haven't seen them play that way in 5v5.
I thought you were going to say 5 years, and I was like, you're not. your math is off there, buddy.
No, I have never seen Team Ace or Team Tribe or any North American team, really, for that matter, play like that on 5v5. That was spectacular to watch. And now, Tribe Gaming.
Chuck leading. Look at Chuck with the sweat. Has he been working out? Has Chuck been working out? I mean, he's looking thick. He's playing like he's just out of his mind. And Tribe Gaming feeling good, looking good, making their way over to Team Ace's side. They're going to go ahead and shake hands. Chief Pat, bringing up the rear there, getting some business done in the meantime. And wow, that was just so impressive. I can't believe it's already over.
Yeah, that was incredible. You see, there's going to be them shaking hands with the members of Team Ace. And again, for Team Ace, that's got to sting a bit. Coming off the momentum they had from the VPL World Invitational, they've got to be they had to have been feeling good coming into this one. A 2-0 in the group stage over Tribe. But when it matters the most, when everything is on the line, it was Tribe Gaming that stepped up and took the victory.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely impeccable stuff. And, everybody, even the best in the world, will lose games. They will lose series. It's all about what you learn from that, because when you get knocked down, you pick yourself back up.
There we go.
And Tribe Gaming sure did it here.
Moving towards the trophy, I think. Will they go and get to lift it, or is that being reserved for later?
Hot Sauce just wears his glasses because his future is so bright.
I mean, it might be because that trophy is so bright. That is a shiny-looking trophy.
That is a shiny-looking trophy. Gabe Bizzle. Gabe, put your hands on that bad boy. Come on.
There you go. Tribe Gaming, get on in there and raise that trophy. This moment is yours, and you have earned it.
Well, they sure have. Look at these guys. You know what? Before you pick that up, you got to pose for some pics, right? Get that good content out for the social medias. And here we go. Moving on forward. Gabe, Bizzle, Chuck, wrapping their arms around that bad boy. Tiggs, let me get a little bit of that business. Come on, my fortress was sweet indeed. And there you have it, lifting it up. Your WESG Vainglory champions, Tribe Gaming.
The United States representatives taking the trophy and getting the lion's share of the $100,000